Hey guys, today we're going to be taking a look at the HEMLOCK BF-R assault rifle, and we're going to test it out in a few different combat scenarios. But very quickly, I just wanted to take a look at the gun, like the design of it. It reminds me of the pulse rifle from Aliens. I'm not too sure if that's just me, but when I was using it and when I saw this photo, I was like, yeah, it kind of does look that way, the boxiness and the general look of the gun. So yeah, without further ado, let's start the video. Okay, so just like we did with the Titans, we're going to take a look at what I'm actually running with when I go and play Titanfall. So if I want to do like medium range, I use the HCOG, and the only reason I don't use the hollow sight is I just don't like the type of crosshair. I just can't get along with it. My accuracy tends to dip, and I just don't like it. So I use the HCOG with Starburst. Now Starburst is quite interesting. It increases it from a 3-round burst to 5 rounds, so you can get 5 rounds at just a single pull of a trigger, which is quite handy because you can get more rounds down range. But unfortunately, your recoil does increase a little bit. So because of that, if you're going to go medium range, you're going to have to compensate for the recoil just a bit. In regard to the other attachments, you've got a suppressor, does what it says on the tin, it suppresses your gunshot. I don't like it, it reduces your damage, and generally with a game as fast paced as Titanfall, staying off the radar, it really isn't top of my priorities. Got extended mags, which gives you an extra 6 rounds in each mag, and that's always nice, especially because they're 3-round bursts. That's a two extra bursts, and that's can be the difference between life and death. And then obviously you got your factory issue, which does fuck all. But I like the Starburst, more rounds and more damage output generally. If I want to do medium range, the only thing I switch is the AOG scope, and just at mid range I find that if you actually aim around the crotch area, you can get the recoil to carry up, and you can usually get a kill within the 5 bullets, which I should certainly hope you could kill someone with 5 bullets. So yeah, that's basically the setup. Like, you don't have to use my certain tips if you like the hollow sight. If you don't like the AOG, just see what works for you. This is just purely what works for me, and it could work for you. You never know, so just give it a go. So let's go and see how it actually performs when you go and play Titanfall. So what I'm going to do quickly here is actually just have a bit more of a talk about the gun. Like I said in my little intro video, it kind of reminds me of the pulse rifle from Aliens. It's kind of got that feel to it as well. As for the look of the gun, like I said, it's very boxy, but then I haven't been able to floor the gun as of yet. Only the fact, which I'll touch on a bit later in the video, is it doesn't hold up very well in close quarters as it would compared to like the R110C carbine. Purely, it's not because of the damage, it's because it's burst fire. Whereas they just need to hold down the trigger, you need to continuously tap the trigger. And it can be improved in close quarters if you put Starburst on it, which is, like I said, the 5-round burst. But again, the only problem is that they can just hold down the trigger and you just have to continuously tap. Now, as for recoil, I find it only recoils if you allow it to, if that makes any sense. Like, if you just want to get accurate with it, do one burst and just wait like 1 second, wait for the gun to actually stop firing before you let off another 3 or 5 rounds. Otherwise, it's just the recoil's going to climb, and you're just not going to be able to do anything. You're going to start missing. You'll see a bit of that later in the video where some guy absolutely dicks me over. So there we are. That was a little close quarters kill, and he was an idiot and tried to jump kick me for some unbeknown reason instead of shooting me. Not a big fan of the melee in this, and me and my friends were saying it takes too long to sort of activate, if that makes any sense. So yeah, that's generally about it. It's an all-round good gun, not terrible in a way, but like I'm trying to do here, don't try and hit that range. You're not going to be able to do it unless you are a true fucking marksman or something like that, and I tend to avoid it, but if you can do it, then please tell me how the hell you do it, because I can't seem to. Wait till they come towards you like he just there, put yourself in a better position where where chances are you're going to win the firefight instead of just derping bullets all over the place. So here I'm going to show you how it kind of performs at mid-range and how easy it is to drop a target as long as you can hit them in the torso, chest, head area. I've got the I think this is the HCOG or AOG, I can't actually remember the name of no, this is the HCOG, and I've got the 3-round burst, and we just get James Bond fucking flying towards us on the zip line there and drop him like there's no fucking tomorrow. So here, as you can see, I'm having a bit of trouble leading that target, and like I said just in that little video segment before, it's because I'm not letting the gun fully calm down from its recoil. It's just I'm firing another burst and I'm still got the recoil going and my bullets are going all over the place, and I've kind of tried to move inside, so I put him at a disadvantage like he did there, and bosh. So like I said in the previous video, or previous clip, sorry, if you're going to start shooting at like mid-range, make sure you let the gun fully calm down, especially when you've got the 5-round burst on, because otherwise you're going to be spraying bullets all over the place and you're not going to be able to hit anything. Another good tactic is to get up high. Obviously this game doesn't have bullet drop like, say, Battlefield, but it's always nice to get an elevation on the enemies, because it makes them have to aim up, and in that time you could actually be shooting at them. And here's kind of an example of how bad it can be in close quarters, because again of the fire rate. He could have killed me, say, if he had an SMG, but I think he had that semi-auto sniper, which is actually dog shit in my opinion. So here again, I'm kind of just dropping people left, right and centre at mid-range. So here in this little video segment, I'm going to touch on, again, the recoil. That's like the main point of this gun. If you want it to be accurate, you have to let the recoil calm down. I can't emphasise that enough. The amount of times I've got myself killed or wasted a whole magazine on just shooting one person because I haven't let it calm down. Sorry. But you'll see here, I'm just spraying and I'm not being very accurate because the gun's just still in its state of recoil. So just make sure you let it calm down. You should be able to hit them. Especially this gun is a 3-round burst gun, and generally burst guns have always been powerful in games, like especially the M16 from COD 4. You know, that was the god gun. But here again, I'm going to get lucky in close quarters because the guy tries to jump kick me, but also because it will highlight the fact that I couldn't bring my gun across firing like I would have been able to if it was like the carbine again. I have to take aim, so there he is, I have to take aim, I have to bring my gun across. I couldn't just spray across like I could if it was an automatic gun. So here I'm going to show you how it performs when you start shooting at a Titan's like mainframe computer thing when you rodeo at them. It's good, it's no different than any other gun. You know, it took me about, like you can see here, 2 magazines, and I just had to finish the rest of my pistol. So yeah, there you go. So here what's happened is I'm firing this guy here, but this is where I first found out you got to let the gun sort of calm down. You've got to let that recoil, you got to let the last bullets leave the chamber. And he's jumping all over the place, he's like closing the gap, he's landing hits on me where I've landed like 2 or 3 on him. He throws a grenade, I panic, fall off the building, and I decide, because I know the gun's good in close quarters when you've got the starburst on, which I have at the moment, I get myself in a corner, and I start looking at that door because I know he's going to come through unless he's up top. No, he ran through and I didn't see him because I'm a fucking idiot. So here again, if you're kind of close mid-range and you aim at the head like here, you're going to kill him, and it's very, very good. Especially, like I said earlier, if you try and aim around the crotch area, the recoil can bring it up. Shout out to my mate DJ Rimmer just over there. So, like I said, crotch area and the recoil bring up, and you should be able to land some good hits. So here, Charlie's being taken, and I've got to try and get up there. And again, I know it's good in close quarters because I've now got the starburst on, so I can get 5 bullets out of my gun in one pull of a trigger, like there and there. So he just dies. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope it helps you out. And for more stuff like this, you know, leave a like. Subscribe if you're like really nice, you know, why not? And more Titanfall videos will be coming out soon, no doubt.
Your Titan will be ready in 2